Alright, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. Take a look at this man's face, because this is who I'm talking about. Alright, so I am seeking a follow-up to this story that recently took place. My main concern is, how is this man, where is this man, and how is the woman doing? The story that took place is said a search and rescue operation is currently underway in Broadleaf District, Manchester, for a taxi operator who allegedly hacked his 8-month-old son to death and seriously injured the child's mother on McKinley Drive in the parish on Thursday. That was when the story was first printed. Now, for those of you who don't know the whole story went that the baby had been identified as Roshane McPherson. Real story, and it was quite shocking to a lot of us because we had never heard of a man hacking to death their 8-month-old baby. And he attempted to do so as well to the mother, but she survived up to that point. Reports from the Mandeville police are that about 6:30 a.m. in the wee hours of the early morning, a law enforcement team had responded to reports of a domestic dispute at a house on McKinley Drive. So the people said they heard blood-curdling screams coming from the house, and they called the police because it sounded like somebody did up there get killed. And guess what? It was. On arrival of the police, the mother and child were seen with chop wounds. We further learned that I don't know if the mother held the child up while the man was chopping her, and the child get a one chop. But I know it sounds gruesome, but people do that type of stuff, whether it's out of fear or out of seeking remorse, probably thinking he'll chop me, but he definitely would never chop the baby, so let me hold the baby in front of me. And what we found out was that a lot of news entities reported that the baby had multiple chop wounds. Some of them went as far as to say that the baby was chopped to pieces and all these kind of things, and it wasn't true. The baby received one chop to the side of the neck, and the baby succumbed from that, right? But the mother received multiple chops, which led me to believe that she had probably grabbed the baby and was trying to hold the baby in front of her, hoping that he wouldn't harm the baby and would stop harming her if she was holding the baby. Either way, it's a sad situation. They were both taken to the hospital where the child had succumbed to the injuries, and the mother was admitted in serious condition. So a search and a rescue effort went out to find the alleged attacker, and the video that we originally did, his motor car was found blazing fire in Porus in the parish. Now, blazing fire doesn't mean it was driving fast down the road. It means that it was parked and it was on fire. He drove that motor car to a certain location, set the car on fire, and then took off on foot. At the time, it was believed that he had jumped into a sinkhole in the Broadleaf community where he is likely in hiding, they said. Now, the police have engaged other stakeholders with the relevant rescue sources. At the time, this is what was printed, to assist in locating and removing the man from the sinkhole. I don't know how you hide in a sinkhole. I know that if you jump in a sinkhole, more than likely you're going to die. Someone said, so there were a couple of comments, and Isalim said, and he's still alive? And why is he still alive? Jamaica needs Kim Jong-un to run the country for 1 week. In other words, they're talking about dictator leadership of Kim Jong-un from Korea, and they're saying that he would definitely shape things up because people like this wouldn't last long. Jamdel 151 says, children are an endangered species in Jamaica. How can these beasts on 2 legs kill so many children? Seems like every other day a child is murdered in sweet, sweet little Jamaica. Sweet little baby. Mark Myrie says, sickness. What's wrong with our men these days? Wickedness has taken over our Jamaica people mind. A baby? No I. Palm Bay, Florida says, set the sinkhole on fire. Alright, now this is what I am here to talk about. I am wanting to know, where did this man disappear to? It's just like the story of the police officer that they had pursued for grievous bodily harm, attempted murder, robbery, all kind of charges, and he left Jamaica the day after he was it sounds funny, the day after he was convicted, or the day after his charges were brought up in court. He left Jamaica the day after that, legally entered the United States of America, and was able to stay for 10 years when the United States of America and Jamaican authorities coordinated efforts, and eventually fugitive task force found him in the US hiding, caught him and deported him to Jamaica. Police, caught him and deported him to Jamaica. Nobody is asking where's that guy yet. And he arrived in Jamaica. There's paperwork to show that he did arrive, and him just disappear. Now a lot of us are saying, "Chuck, I'm urging them pick him up, squaddy to squaddy. Yo, my youth, run." Right? That's why paperwork and act like we don't know nothing about you. So I guess it's gonna take about another 10 years before we find that person. But I'm just giving an example that people like these, when they're on the run and they've done heinous things, there are people out there that are willing to hide them, put them up, make sure they're doing fine, make sure they're fed their 3 meals a day, they're not losing weight, and they're probably not even losing sleep where they're at. Last time I was in Jamaica, Jamaica is a very mountainous place. And if you're sitting on the outside of Jamaica, you might think, oh, a little small island, everybody should be able to find anybody there. You can't hide, that place is so small. Nothing could be further from the truth. The last time I went to Jamaica was a month ago, and I went to Westmoreland for the second time. And this time I went up in some hills, and we have some hills in Clarendon as well. And I'm telling you, when I went up in these hills and look down and look out and seeing pathways that people have made, I said to myself, law enforcement would have a very rough time finding anyone who decides to go on the run here. Matter of fact, I believe looking down from those places, I said to myself also that I can see how the Maroons were able to fight their way and win their independence from the British, beat them badly in these mountainous terrains. So my thing is, I want to know where this man is, because he is obviously a dangerous person, but no one knows where he is. To be the kind of person, you see, to pull a trigger, it's easy. And I mean it's easy in the sense that even if you're a scaredy cat, you could pull that trigger and with luck you can hit what you wanted to hit, and you don't even have to look or stick around to see what the damages were. To up close and personal use a machete, a long blade, and swing, chop, I'm talking meat and bones chop from a human being, let alone a baby, then that takes a certain kind of individual to do something like that, right? Whether you were enraged or not, it takes a certain kind of individual to do what he did. Now, of course, the backstory was that he found out that the child was not his and all these other things, and he became enraged, and she wanted to leave the relationship because the baby is fairly young and they found out it's not his. And she said, okay, then may I breathe for next month, so may I go about my business. And he said, oh no, you're not, I saw it go end today, and ended it like that. We do these videos all the time where we try to tell people, like, stop playing with people's emotions and heart, stop being deceiving and deceitful, because not everybody is wrapped tightly and is going to just take it as a walk away. I encourage and urge all my men to take it and walk away. I not say my men, because I don't have no man, but I'm talking about all my brothers out there. Just, if that happened to you, just take it and walk away. There's better out there. Still in all, why I did the video was to find out the status. If anybody knows, please leave in the comment section below. How's she doing? Did she make it out of the hospital from critical condition back to normal? And if you know anything about him, where is he? Did he come out of hiding? Was he found? Anything like that, I would like to know. Take a look at his picture at the beginning of the video again, and or at the icon. And if he hasn't been found and you see him anywhere out there, call the police. Alright, a SouFLoTV, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave your comment in the comment section below. I'm out. Peace.